Hey, have you seen the TV show Hoarders? I actually haven't. I don't watch TV, but if there is a TV show, then you know that it's popular and it's entertaining and we can relate to it. So what does hoarding have to do with spirituality? Stay tuned and I'll tell you what I think. Hi, it's Laura Giles with Pan Society. Thanks for tuning in. And today I'm talking about hoarding. So what is that? So hoarding is about holding on to things and accumulating things. And this could be things, it could be people, it could be emotions, it could be all kinds of things, but it's just the energy of holding on. If you look at it from the law of attraction perspective, you're sending out the idea there is not enough. And that's really not what you want to attract, do you? So from that aspect, you can see that it's probably not a good idea. So another spiritual aspect of hoarding is that it can create intergenerational trauma. So my grandfather lived through the Great Depression, and he, like a lot of people, used tires as soles for his shoes. And this was hugely embarrassing for him. And when the Depression was over, he began to hoard shoes. And thankfully this hasn't happened, but it could happen, that gets passed on to my dad, and then it passes on to his kids, where it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So you have things like the Irish potato famine. You can see how somebody who went through that would want to hoard food. And then it gets passed down as overeating. I can't eat enough. There's not going to be enough food. So I eat and eat and eat and eat. And then the next generation, and the next generation, and the next generation. So everybody needs to clean up their own stuff so that it doesn't get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger for subsequent generations. But let's get back to the here and now. Okay? So we can hoard emotions. For example, resentment. If I'm a person who never forgets a slight, I'm like, you remember what you did in 6th grade? And I'm not letting you get away with anything. Well, that's keeping me from having positive emotions because I'm hoarding up all these negative ones and I'm holding you accountable for things. In other words, I'm not forgiving. And that keeps me from being able to really love and grow in love because that space is occupied by something else. So how am I going to love you when I'm always keeping track of all the negative things you do? It's an unwillingness to trust. And trust is really the whole root of this. Do I have faith that I'm going to be okay? Do I have faith that nature will provide? And if you do, then there's no need to hoard. So if you look at the cycle of life, we have gestation, birth, growth, maturity, decline, and death. And sometimes it doesn't always go that way, of course. Death is a doorway, and death is a release. And death is required for rebirth or transformation. Lots of us are looking for transformation. Awakening is a transformation. But in order to awaken, you've got to let go of old ideas. You might need to let go of old people. Definitely old things. And so you got to have faith that where you're going is going to be safe. And if you're somebody who's like, oh God, that's too big a risk, I can't do that, then what you need to get there is more experience. Experience is a teacher. And the more you do something, the more you start to understand, hey, I can do this. So you didn't tie your shoes correctly the first time, did you? No, you had to have repeated practice. It's the same thing. So if I have experience with letting go of people, let go, it's okay, let go, it's okay, let go, it's okay, then letting go of people is not going to be that big of a deal. If I have experience of letting go of things, and I'm able to provide for myself, I can get new things, I can have whatever I need, it's not going to be a big deal. So practice letting go, practice releasing, practice being okay with it. I promise you, everything is going to be okay. There's no need to hoard. So what's the difference between hoarding and being frugal? Well, frugal is a good thing, because frugal is saying that I want to get the most value out of something. I want to use it all. I want to be careful. Totally okay. We could probably all use a little bit more of that. Hoarding is when you just have too much. Back in Valentine's Day, I did a video on Love People, Love Things. And I was talking about how in Animism, because everything is alive, you want to share your love and be in relationship with all of your things. And if you are hoarding, you've got too many things to love. You don't have that much attention. You don't have that much time. How could you possibly love all that stuff? So you're doing a disservice to all your stuff. And let's say for clothes. Lots of people have tons and tons of clothes. So if I'm holding on to something I can't even wear, am I loving it? Am I honoring it? Somebody could be using that thing. It's not honoring it to hold on to something I can't even use. What if it's something I don't even want? Let's say it's something that's broken. I don't want it, but yet I'm not passing it on to someone else or doing something else with it. I'm not making space. It really just doesn't make sense. So, there is something emotional going on when we're hoarding. And you might want to think about, hey, what is the root of this? And whatever that root is it the Great Depression? Is it something ancestral? Is it something that happened with me? You're going to have an easier time of letting it go if you've got skills. So develop those skills. Maybe get an accountability buddy. Engage with your stuff more. Love your stuff more. I think it'll help you let go. I really do. So if you have any strategies that help you overcome hoarding, I'd love to hear about them, because we can all learn and grow together. Thanks for tuning in. See you later. Ciao.